Hey everyone, Alison here. Bra shopping is a drag, but what if you could skip all the hassle and find a perfect fitting bra in minutes? Check out Third Love. Their Fit Finder quiz recommends the bra that's right for your size and shape. Their Fit Finder quiz recommends the bra that's right for your size and shape. Now you can try one of their bras free for 30 days. Just pay $2.99 for shipping. Go to thirdlove.com/happyhour to find your perfect fitting bra and try it for 30 days for free. thirdlove.com/happyhour. You're welcome.
Now entering Nerdist.com.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of the Half Hour Happy Hour with Allison and Alex. I'm Alison Haislip.
And I'm Alex Albrecht. For the next 30 minutes-ish, we will be sipping some booze and spitting some news.
Yeah.
Although I've been sober for 7 days.
Congratulations.
Which is crazy.
Congratulations.
And,
Tom, what did I say? We are here to support him.
The man booing me in the corner for my sobriety is Mr. Tom Super Volcano Krajewski.
I'm drinking water today. So
yeah.
It's kind of hard when everybody shows up and they're like, what are you drinking? And I was like, soda? And they're like, oh, right.
I will be really impressed because we're going to this wedding tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm going to be really impressed if you actually don't have a drink.
Well, get impressed because last night I went out with a friend of mine for a birthday dinner. He sort of owed me a birthday dinner, and so we went to...
Oh, he took you out for birthday.
He took me out for a birthday dinner to a place that's like this nice Italian place, and there's like a wine shop in the back, and he was like...
What is this place?
John and Vinny's over at...
I love John and Vinny's, yes.
On Fairfax.
Yes, yeah.
But they have like a wine like area in the back, and so like before we got seated, they were like, go on back to the back, and it was like me and Heather and our friend, and I was like, okay. And so Heather and I were just sitting in this wine, and he's like tasting wine, figuring out what he wants to do, and we're like smelling it and not drinking it.
Man.
So I feel like if I made it through that the wedding's gonna be nothing.
Yeah, your birthday, by the way, was like a few months ago.
Yeah,
and
we couldn't get a thing.
So like, he's saving himself some money, purposely taking you out when you're sober.
The funny thing is,
right?
I told him about it on Monday, and he was like, so am I like, does that like the shit end of the stick for you? Because now I'm buying you dinner and you're not getting wine?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I'm going to eat all the food.
Yeah, that's going to be the difference.
And by the way, that has been the thing for this first week, has been all the food.
Filling that void with
so
CVS
I don't know if that's
runs.
actually healthier.
I don't think it is, but here's the key. That is our first week. So we basically said, okay, the first week's going to be hard. We can eat whatever we want in the first week just to get over the hump of not having the alcohol. But then week 2, we're
honestly,
going into...
What I think you guys need to do is do a meal delivery service for a week. Do a meal delivery service where they deliver all your breakfast, your lunch, and your dinner.
Yeah.
So you're like, this is what I eat, and you don't eat other stuff. And that'll help like shrink your stomach and get you used to the amount of food you're supposed to eat.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. My buddy does one... that's like super organic and super custom, where they like cook it all the same. It's not like one of the chains.
Right.
But I've always enjoyed the sort of meal delivery stuff.
I just like it because it's easier. But
it probably is cheaper as shit because I swear to God, like sometimes for dinner I'll be like, I'll get some chicken wings, and through Postmates, I don't know how this math works, but I feel like Postmates goes from like, it's $12 for the meal, and I'm like, awesome, and they're like, your card has been charged $78, and I'm like, wait, what the fuck?
Well,
but I don't even. It's like, what?
Because there's a massive delivery fee,
and
unless you get it from one of the $2.99 places.
No, but there's it's up to $3.99 now. Yeah, I know. I had that same thought.
Postmates.
But 2, they bake in a Postmates fee already into it.
Yeah.
So you're paying a fee to Postmates and the delivery fee,
charge,
which they are not very clear about.
No, because
it says taxes and fees.
Yeah.
And it's like half of that is taxes and half of that is Postmates make money.
Yeah.
And the delivery fee basically goes to the person.
The driver, yeah.
And I also feel like at the end of the day, it's like, it's so little money. Like, I don't know how anybody makes... Same thing with, like, Uber. Right. It's like, they're offering, like, it's $5 anywhere you want to go in Los Angeles. And I'm like, that can't be good for the poor Uber driver. Like, somebody has to make money.
Right.
But at the same time, I don't want to pay that money.
Right.
So it's like this weird thing. But anyway, yes, meal delivery service is not
you should get on that.
It's not a bad idea.
Guys.
How's we...
You
It's
look
all
down.
good stuff. No, I'm prepping. I'm being dramatic.
That's
I literally thought you just said I'm pregnant.
No.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Because you said I'm pregnant, and we were like,
oh my God, I'm definitely. That would be like a miracle.
You do have a glow about you today.
Yeah.
Oh, I am in full makeup right now because I'm going straight to a wedding after this.
Oh, right.
I have 2 weddings this weekend.
So she will be pregnant by the end of the weekend. Maybe.
I finally saw Hamilton.
Oh.
I finally saw Hamilton.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, exactly. The thing that everyone's been fucking talking about for the last 2 years.
Thoughts?
And?
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's fantastic. Have you seen it?
No, where were
Oh.
your seats though? Because you went to the
Pantages?
Pantages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where were your seats? Like, did you sit nice and
Literally
close?
the last row.
Oh, really?
In the balcony.
The balcony?
I could not be
That's
further
amazing.
away from the stage. I mean, my chair was against a wall.
That's
It was against a wall. I
awesome.
was the last row. It's so damn good.
Yeah.
And while I don't, do I feel like it's worth the like $800 a ticket like it still goes for in New York?
What?
Oh, it's still insanely expensive and sold out for like a year and a half. Like you can't
That's crazy.
you can't go see it unless you buy these overpriced tickets.
Yeah.
It's not that I think it's not worth that amount. I just believe the reason it is being charged that amount is because it's so new and so innovative that it is changing the game of what seeing a Broadway show is.
Okay.
Does that make
Interesting.
sense?
It does.
It's like when Rent came out. Do you remember when Rent came
my
out? And
gosh,
all of a sudden,
I do, yeah.
like teenagers wanted to go see Broadway for the first time.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
It was like this cool. It was like a rock opera. It just sort of changed the game. It changed the landscape.
Yeah.
You know, like when Iron Man came out, it changed the landscape for
Right.
superhero movies.
Yep.
Hamilton changes the landscape by allowing people who would never be into any sort of type of Broadway to want to come to see a Broadway show.
Well, and a Broadway show about a historical figure and a period of time.
That's not a weird
They
thing.
trick you into
That's
learning.
That's
no.
definitely happened before.
No. But inviting people who don't give a shit about historical dramas.
Oh, yes.
Like-
Got it.
Like going up to somebody on the street and being like, "Would you like to see a play about Alexander Hamilton?"
You'd be
The
like,
answer
"No."
is no.
No.
Can I pay you to not do that?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like not only bringing other people in, but
Right.
actually exposing them to history in a way that like.
But yeah, it's really damn clever, and like the
Interesting.
the way it's like a rap type.
It's basically like a rap opera, right?
A rap opera. Yeah, I mean, but there's absolutely singing in it too. It's not just
Yeah.
purely rap.
So it's
but
a
like,
rap plus opera.
sort of.
So it's a opera.
and there's
Rap-rap.
like cool dance, and it's like they're dressed in the period, but the period is like it's still cool. Like there's something about it that's modern. Like one of the women in the show, like half of her head is shaved. Like there's still these like
Interesting, yeah.
very current nods in it.
Interesting.
Yeah,
It's like steampunk.
Yeah.
kind
But
of.
you were in
No
the back-
goggles though.
No goggles.
Yeah.
Like, could you actually hear the words? Like, you were up in the back row. Like, acoustically, could you hear the words
What?
of the songs?
Absolutely.
Really?
Those
'Cause I sat
theaters,
up there
those
once-
theaters are built to have those kind of acoustics.
Because I saw Book of Mormon up there and on the balcony. I
And you
couldn't
couldn't
hear a
hear?
thing.
Then-
I have bad hearing anyways.
I was going to say
in
that
terms
that's
of
probably your
Yeah, yeah.
hearing
Like,
and
I-
not the theater.
Don't blame the theater, Tom.
Especially
Yeah.
with music. Like, I have like favorite
I
songs
had-
from the 80s.
I
I
had-
still have no idea what they're saying.
To me, the
Yeah, well,
only,
that's
Take on
true.
me, I don't know.
The only
Take on-
setback.
Where am I taking you on?
Yeah, the only setback to sitting all the way in the back row is that you can't see the performers' faces super clear. So it's like you're sort of missing like an emotional aspect
Yeah,
to it.
yeah.
But hearing it was perfectly
Really?
fine.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I take that question back.
That sounds
Apparently
like
it
maybe
was
you
That's a
need
good
a
question.
hearing
It's a
aid.
good
It
question.
just seemed like
It just, I think the
Acoustically.
answer is
Yeah,
Tom
the-
needs hearing aids.
The whole thing's mic'd. It's it's mic'd. It's not like you have to.
I'm just saying I couldn't hear anything.
We went and saw years ago. We saw Barber of Seville, and
you saw an actual opera.
yeah, but
Wow.
it was weird because it's in Italian. It has like literally a subtitle.
No.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's like it's like the like Subway sub like what's
Yeah,
available
it's on
this
the seat.
week.
It's on the seat in
Scrolling
front of
thing?
you, right?
No, this one was like on the stage
Oh.
right below their
That's
feet.
awesome.
And it was just this bar of scrolling words.
Oh wow, that's interesting. I mean, most
I
operas
mean,
do have that, but
I'm not gonna lie to you, Heather and I left at intermission because it
Yeah.
was boring. But
But so a lot of opera houses have it so the seat in front of you has like a small screen.
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
Scrolling, yeah, so you can like just glance down and.
technology.
I know exactly.
How they bring the foreign languages. I'm still very excited that I think we are like years away, if not maybe months away. And I know they have some, but of the translators. They put your ear, thing goes in your ear, hears the person speak
And
a
then it
foreign language, and then
translates-
translates it into your
Yeah.
ear in real time.
Yeah.
I think we're
So-
very close to that, which is
so we
fucking
can all
bonkers.
pretend we're in Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, what was I? Oh, when it got to the song Alexander Hamilton.
Oh, yeah.
All I kept thinking of was Alex, Tom, and Allison.
Amazing. Amazing.
Like, oh, there's our song. So
like, the system worked.
I know. So my parents were in town this whole week, so that was like
Oh,
our big
cool.
thing was to go see Hamilton.
Yeah, I saw you on a boat. Was that out of Marina Del Rey or Long Beach?
No. That was out of Ventura. We went
up.
We went to one of the Channel Islands, which is a national park. We walked
they're
around
fun, right?
that all day yesterday. Yeah, it was great. My mother and I also attempted to go to the Getty Villa on Wednesday.
Attempted.
Yeah, but we got tickets the night before. We get our time is like 12:30. We get there at 12:17, and we pull up, and we literally pull into like the turnoff off the PCH. And I go, "Oh, I'm so excited! I've always wondered what is up this drive.
Yeah,
because I've never gone.
Yeah,
and we literally pull up, and there's a barricade, and we're like, "What?" And then there was these parking attendants. They're like, they're like shooing us out the exit. And we're like, "Huh?" And I roll down my window, and they're like, "Do you have tickets?" And we're like, "Yeah." They're like, "Just call the number. They'll tell you what's going on." I'm like, what? And so we get,
I love that was a quicker exchange than it's closed.
Right, but
like what? You know what I mean? Like just say it's fucking closed.
But then that still would have been. We would have been like, why is it closed? Because we had tickets.
Yeah.
Right.
So this is a quicker exchange because
we
would not have accepted.
Well, what did they
the
say?
answer.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So
you'd be like, fuck you, parking attendant.
Yeah,
I'm going in.
I have to scoot back onto the PCH, and we're driving, so we call the number, and they're like, the woman's like, "Oh yeah, we are experiencing technical difficulty, so we have to shut down, but we can reschedule your tickets." And I went, "Well, do you mean reschedule for later today?
Yeah.
Or reschedule on another day?"
Is it just an internet router that needs rebooting?
Well, like my mother was like, maybe a water main burst or something like
maybe.
that. And she was like, "No, we have to reschedule for another day." And I was like, "Well, that won't work. We're visiting, whatever." Anyway, so we make the last second decision to drive up to Neptune's Net.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Top of Malibu and get like some seafood lunch and all that kind of stuff. So we drive up there and we're like, just mom and daughter like having a good day and whatever. And then we're leaving Malibu, and my manager texts me. My manager knew that I was going to the Getty Villa. My manager texts me. She goes, "I just heard that the Getty Villa had to be evacuated."
Oh.
And I was like, "Well, it did. I mean, they closed it, so they obviously had to evacuate.
I guess evacuated just sounds so severe.
Exactly. And I, because I'm driving, I called her instead of texting her back.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Hey, yeah, we tried to go, but they wouldn't let us in." And we called, and they just said it was some sort of technical difficulty. And my manager goes, "No, there was a bomb threat. Someone called in a bomb threat to the Getty Villa at noon." So we showed up 17 minutes after the bomb threat.
Amazing. No wonder they were like, just call the number on the ticket and get out of here as fast as you can. And you're like, wait, what?
Obviously, everything's okay, and it's fine. But like, my mother went an hour and a half not realizing. With the peace of mind of not knowing that we were almost involved in a bomb threat situation.
That fucking like bomb threats and shit like that. Like I don't like pulling fire alarms, like stuff that is just so selfish because it's just I'm gonna try to fuck everybody's life up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In a very like weird way.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just inconvenience, and there wasn't a bomb. That's good.
No, yeah,
Plus
there was
side.
not. It was all good. You know what else we did, which you'll be very excited about, Alex?
Ooh.
My parents and I drove up to Los Olivos.
Oh.
Yeah.
We did all the wine tasting.
Yes.
I maybe bought $200 worth of wine. Like,
there
for
she
myself,
is. Yeah.
She's learning. She's learning.
It was
you have
real
learned
good.
wisely.
Where did you go? I love Los Alamos.
Drink and buy wine.
Well, we had lunch up there, and then we went to this one tasting room that was Tessa Marie, which I came to find out was the granddaughter of Fez Parker.
Oh,
right,
wow.
Which
also, I did not know that Fez Parker was Davy Crockett.
Yeah.
I had no
what?
idea.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Really?
Fess Parker Wine, the guy who's actually Fess Parker, played Davy Crockett in the Disney
he was famous for,
series.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And then he took all his money and started winery.
Good for him, man.
But we went to this one that was fantastic. We weren't going to go to it because it seemed a little odd, but then we got like a 2-for-1 tasting deal to it. It's called Kaena. And it's Hawaiian.
Oh, cool.
And it's because the guy who started it was born and raised in Hawaii, but he actually makes the wines out in Los Olivos in that area. Some of the best fucking wine I've ever drank in my life.
Interesting.
In my life. It's made mainly with Grenache.
Yeah. Grenache, yeah.
And they have this rosé that is so good. It was so. If you're a wine drinker out there, I highly recommend Kaena. Yes. Kaena. Kaena. Yeah.
Is there probably like an apostrophe in there somewhere? Like Ka apostrophe
Ena.
Yeah,
that might be it. But it's so good, and I bought all the bottles of wine.
I know it's so tough when you get up to there and you're like, oh, this is so good. I'll take all the wine. And then you go to the next place and you're like, fuck, this is good.
Yeah.
Can I have all of your wine? And next thing you know, you come back and you've got like 7 cases like us.
I don't.
We still have
7
2
cases,
other
thankfully.
cases coming in the fucking mail.
Really?
Oh my God.
Yeah, we're super
because
excited.
they also try to get you to join like the wine club because you save money, but then you have to like have at least 2 or 3 shipments come by, and you're like, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Should we do some emails?
Girl.
Let's do some emails. This is from Marshall.
Did you just burp straight into
I
the
did.
mic? You didn't even try to.
Well, it's because I'm sober, so now I have no couth.
I know. Okay,
I don't know
it's
how
from-
that's.
Yeah, that makes no sense. This is from
Hi,
Marshall?
Allison, Alex, and Super Volcano. My name is Marshall.
Hi, Marshall.
Hi, Allison. Alex, a couple of years ago, I took my first 30-day break from alcohol.
Ooh.
I've tried to take one every year since. When last week's episode came out, I was already a couple days into this year's break.
Oh, nice
So I just
job.
wanted to let you know that you're not doing this alone.
No.
Welcome to the club, Marshall.
Yeah.
It's not as hard as you think, and it goes by quicker than you think, but I'm not going to lie, the last 2 or 3 days gets kind of tough.
Because you know you're going to be allowed to
Yeah,
drink.
I know. We did some calculations last night sitting in the wine fridge room of 12 a.m. on the evening of the 17th or
That's hilarious.
the brunch on the 18th, which is a Wednesday, and drinking at 10 o'clock in the morning on a Wednesday seems weird. We might do that. You can do this. We believe in you. Thank you, Marshall. Marshall from Ohio, but not that asshole from Ohio that sold Allison's
Thank
identity.
goodness.
Seriously, fuck that guy. If I knew who it was, I'd kick his ass for daring to do something like that against Allison.
Yeah. How
Thank
dare
you, Marshall. It is interesting. I mean, I do feel like I feel the really weird thing is Heather and I are both fucking tired.
Really?
Yeah, I am utterly shocked about that. We've been going to bed at like 10:30
Wow.
every night.
Well, do you think maybe you've always been tired? You just don't realize it because you're drunk?
I don't. So A, it might be that, or B, what we think is because I've also been sweating a lot at night. I
you're
really
detoxing.
think we're detoxing. I
Oh
think
my gosh.
our body is like,
You know
let's
what you
just
should
get
do?
into hibernation mode.
I have another great suggestion for
Do you have like a
Besides-
detox, an extra detox or something?
No. There's a thing here in LA called Shape House.
Okay.
Which is like an infrared sauna type deal, but it's an
What?
individual. You get wrapped up in an infrared sleeping bag and you just lay there for an hour while you watch TV. They have like Netflix and Hulu and everything. They put these like fancy headphones on you and you just sweat for an hour. You just pour sweat out of your body.
I was just about to say
Sweating as it is.
So two
Wrapping
things.
me up in a
yeah.
No, but my
A sweat
point is
blanket.
it'll speed up the detox.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah.
2,
Yeah.
are you in some sort of enclosed environment?
I mean, you have like curtains in between. There's these big black curtains.
But it's just a
But, like,
blanket.
No.
So
it's
you're-
a sleeping bag.
So you're tied in
You
there
get-
in a way, right?
Well, you're
Like
not tied in.
But
They wrap it around you, but you can take your arms out if
gotcha.
you want. You're not
is that
like
what you're worried about?
confined.
A,
I
yes.
don't like
Oh,
that either.
no.
B, I don't like being hot.
Me neither.
Oh,
Like
well,
hot
that's-
is the worst for me.
Yeah. I mean, your face isn't in it. So.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's a plus.
I mean, here's the thing.
Starting to look okay.
For the first 15 minutes, it's just kind of cozy.
Oh, nice.
And then you're like, oh, okay, I'm getting a little hot, and then whatever. And then all of a sudden, like the last 20 minutes is when you're like, oh my God, I'm dying. But that's normally when I take both of my arms out. And
So you have a little respite.
and they also give you alkaline water, like a huge thing of alkaline water. So you're like drinking water throughout it. And you're watching TV. So you're
Are you like
not
sitting
thinking-
up?
No, you're like on one of those beds where they can adjust it so you can get at the right angle, but you're lying down for the most part. But your
Okay.
upper half, your torso is angled up so you can watch the TV.
So it's like a hospital bed.
yeah, kind of like that.
That's good. So you're basically a wrapped banana
Sweating
in a
in a
hospital
hospital
bed.
Yeah, but I'm
sweating.
just saying.
I love
that'll
the
help
idea.
you like
No.
get all the detox.
Well, and also I then don't sweat the shit out of my bed. You know what I mean? Like, because it's
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing's more worse than waking up with sweaty sheets and you're
I
like,
know.
"Wow,
Oh, and it's really
wow,
nice
wow."
to like if you go to one of their last sessions, which is at like 8 or something at night. You go and you sweat for an hour, and then you come home and you just go to bed.
Ooh, I dig that.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
They're
Sweat
having a
house
sale right now too.
Is that what
I
it's
think.
called?
Shape House.
Shape house.
Yeah, and it's
Much different.
There's one the closest to us is Larchmont.
Oh, okay. That's not that bad.
No.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-da-ba. All right, let me see.
That was
what
our
we got.
musical interlude break.
Thank you, Alex.
All right, let's get into an email to a story.
Yeah.
Oh, this is fun. This is actually a really fun one.
Okay.
Stranger Things pop-up restaurant.
Ooh, what?
Yeah, did you hear about this?
No, I
In
would like to hear
Chicago?
about this.
Hello, Allison, Alex, and Tom. It is me, Heiko DeWeese again.
Heiko DeWeese. Hi, Heiko DeWeese.
Hi, Allison. Yes, that is truly still my real name.
Yeah.
Heiko DeWeese. Amazing. I came across this article about Stranger Things.
I'm looking.
Heiko.
I can't see. I don't have my glasses
Heiko.
on.
Heiko
All right.
DeWeese.
Heiko
I
DeWeese.
love that name. I came across this article about Stranger Things themed pop-up restaurant. Thought you guys might like to get a kick out of it. Since you talked about the Star Wars themed pop-up so much.
We did.
Thank you for
Which I
all your Spiders and Tesla podcast.
Yeah, I
love it.
think the Star Wars one is permanent now, isn't it?
I think it is. I mean, I think
Yeah.
but so this is interesting because these guys got a cease and desist letter from Netflix.
So, the Stranger Things
so
one.
Stranger Things guys. So I'm interested to
Oh.
see what the relationship is if that's now
Yes.
permanent with
Right.
Lucas. Like if Lucas finally was like, just give us 50% of your profits and you can stay open, and they were like, finally.
Yeah.
All right, so a few months back, Emporium pop-ups opened the Upside Down in Chicago. Stranger Things themed bar that served Eggo-inspired cocktails under Winona Ryder's crazy twinkly lights.
That's hilarious. That's a great idea.
It was a hit among fans who packed the drinking booze amongst set pieces and looked pretty damn close to the real deal.
Nice.
So this is what ended up happening, and this is so great. They got a cease and desist letter from Netflix.
Right.
But the crazy thing is, the letter came in themed for Stranger Things.
Oh.
the letter was written in like the Stranger Things font.
So here's the letter. I'll read you the letter. It's quick. Danny and Doug. Those are the people that have the pop-up.
Okay. Danny and Doug.
My walkie-talkie is busted, so I had to write this note instead. I heard you launched the Stranger Things pop-up bar at your Logan Square location. Look, I don't want you to think that I'm a total wasteoid, and I love how much you guys love the show. Just wait until season 2. But unless I'm living in the Upside Down, I don't think we had a deal for you with this pop-up. You're obviously creative types, so I'm sure you can appreciate it is important to us to have a say in how our fans encounter the worlds we build.
Yeah.
We're not going to go full Dr. Brenner on you, but we ask you that you please, 1, not extend the pop-up beyond its 6-week run ending in September.
Oh.
Let them do.
And 2, let them finish it out, which is great. And 2, reach out to us for permission if you plan to do something like this again. Let me know as soon as possible if you agree to these requests. We love our fans more than anything, but you should know that the Demogorgon is not always as forgiving. So please don't make us call your moms.
Oh.
fantastic.
How fucking cool is that?
I wish
that is like
all
the best
lawyers
cease
were
and
that
desist.
awesome.
I know, because you get that letter and you're like, all right.
At least you don't feel like too bad about
Yeah.
it. This is cool.
Because that could easily have been a one-line
Yeah.
thing.
Freak the
Cease and
shit out of
desist.
you.
Yeah, and you're like,
You know what I mean?
fuck off, motherfuckers. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That was great.
I just am sad that it was in Chicago and not Los
And we
Angeles,
couldn't
so we can't go.
Yeah.
I would totally go to an upside down
I
bar.
definitely
What
would.
else is in that bar, though? I get the Christmas tree lights. But what else
So
is
it's
really
the Christmas
Stranger
tree,
themed?
lights, and the couch.
Yeah.
There's and then I think the bar has like all this crazy stuff like 11's Eggos is one of the things you
Okay.
can order, and it's. I mean, I think it's just it like looks like
Look,
Winona
Just them
Ryder's
having
house.
properly themed drinks.
Yeah,
Makes it way better
There's
than
no
the Star
Vulcan
Wars
blood
one.
fucking one.
Yeah.
and I have a feeling there's no fucking like disco music going or like
Yeah.
EDM music
Oh my
going
God.
on. God, that was so bad.
Yeah, it was not.
And it was opening night. Like, come on, guys. Anyway.
We should not have
Yeah.
done opening night.
Anyway. All right. I have to do this one because I just love this. So, all caps, the subject is, Tom, what did you do?
Oh, Tom.
This is
Hi,
Allison.
everyone.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Allison.
Who is it?
This is Percival.
Hi, Percival.
Sorry for the subject in all caps, but that's exactly what my reaction was when I heard the news.
Oh, gosh.
My favorite line from the article is, most people think of a supervolcano as this amazingly massive thing that is so huge compared to puny human engineering capabilities.
Oh.
All right,
Yeah.
you ready for this?
All right.
This
Yeah.
is so much fun because I was like,
Oh, dear.
scientists hatch bold plan
Oh.
to save planet
Oh.
from supervolcano.
Oh.
They're going inside me, is what I heard. Right?
Yeah.
Is that what they're doing?
Yeah, yeah.
They're trying to like make it crack?
Yellowstone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So essentially, okay, so humans have witnessed many cataclysmic volcanic eruptions, from the one that destroyed Pompeii in 79 AD to the extraordinary Krakatoa eruption in 1883. But around the world right now, there are 20 or so super volcanoes.
Oh my gosh, there's 20 of you.
That could outdo them all.
Oh god.
Yeah, I think every continent plus a couple countries have a super volcano. We're just blessed that Tom, the United States supervolcano, is here
Is in
with
your
us.
garage.
You guys are at ground zero for when I go.
Yeah, I feel like maybe we shouldn't have him in my garage.
Yeah.
I feel like the central
Maybe-
point is it like a tornado where like the eye is perfectly
that's
safe.
right.
Oh right.
So I just want to be near Tom all the time
yeah, shit.
for when he blows.
I can't be more
That'd be
than
a first.
6 miles away from Tom at any given moment. It's
Exactly,
like a
yeah.
reverse restraining order.
It is. It's a straining order.
Good way to get people to hang out with me.
Yeah, that's how you do it. You're like, I'm gonna fucking destroy the world unless you're near me.
Yeah.
So everybody huddle around Tom.
Yep.
Everything's looking up for Tom. One of these monster volcanoes lurks beneath Yellowstone National Park.
Right.
Okay, I think I did know that.
It's an enormous crater-like depression measuring 30 miles by 45 miles, and it's filled with molten magma.
Magma.
If it were to blast its innards out in a super eruption,
Yeah.
this is all very interesting in regards to Tom. It is no exaggeration to say the human race could be imperiled.
Oh my gosh, the entire human race?
Yeah.
Jeez.
I heard about this.
Tom's
like,
intense.
Yeah.
But
I don't play
scientists
around, man.
at NASA
NASA.
have sketched a rough outline plan that say they would not only spare us from the deadly super eruption, but also turn the Yellowstone supervolcano into a source of electrical power.
Ooh, wait, we did talk
They
about
wouldn't
that,
let
didn't
that
we?
happen.
No, I think we talked about something else where they were going to go in and like
turn something
harness
into
the
electric
thing,
power, yeah.
but I don't think it was Yellowstone.
It wasn't a volcano?
And I'm sure it didn't say supervolcano because we would have been talking about that all left, right, and sideways.
Yeah.
I mean, it might. But anyway, so long story short, what they're going to do is they're going to drill into the underbelly.
Yeah.
And then they're going to put in some steam capture devices that are going to run turbines that will, release the pressure.
Yeah.
So it'll be alleviating the pressure, which means reducing the likelihood of a super eruption.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it'll be generating,
Yeah.
like, basically hydroelectric, or not hydroelectric. What is it called?
Steam
Thermal.
Ooh, thermal.
Yeah, but
That
there's
sounds
something
good.
called, it's not like thermal energy, but
Thermoelectric.
there's a,
Thermoelectric.
There's
I don't know. I don't
there's a-
know.
It's energy.
underground heat. There's a word for underground
Underground
heat
heat.
electricity.
You're right.
Underground heat
Thermodynamic.
electricity. sounds good.
Geothermal. Geothermal electricity. Fuck
There we
everybody.
go.
Science. Yeah.
Blah, blah.
Hats. Everybody gets hats.
Everybody
I
gets
don't
that.
know why, because everybody loves hats.
You get a hat. and
You get a hat. You get a hat.
and you get a hat.
Geothermal energy. You get a hat.
We should have badges. Like
We should
we're-
have
like
badges,
we're Boy
like
Scouts.
like scouts.
Yeah.
We should actually do that. That's actually a genius idea
That we'll never do.
that we'll never do. But to sell little badges, like there could be a super volcano badge,
Yeah.
a geothermal badge, just a gun,
Science badge. Just a gun.
just a gun.
Gun.
Science.
Yeah.
But that be the SSS?
Science,
right.
science.
Science.
Yeah.
Part of the SSS club. That feels very Nazi.
Yeah, I know. I don't like that.
Hey, you guys said it.
We need.
I just
we
agreed.
We need less Nazis right now.
Yeah, weird that we are in 2017 and
Yeah.
we need less Nazis.
No.
Like I feel like all the 80s movies are like, what?
Yeah. Didn't we
Really?
take care of this?
Yeah.
No.
Really?
Oh.
All right.
Yeah.
I guess so now it's like all the 2020 movies are all going to be and fighting more Nazis. It's like, oh my God. It's like Hydra's real. Anyway, so super volcanoes. Tom, I can't believe you actually did it, but super volcanoes.
Oh,
Like
man.
super fun. Once I
Fun.
put my mind to anything. So like, yeah, I heard about
I put my mind to anything.
when they're gonna drill in there and put that shit down there. The
Yes.
geothermal stuff.
Geothermal stuff.
Do they have a plan to do this soon?
I mean, I think they're in
Because,
the
like,
process of figuring
I'm
out.
scared of that volcano going off, man. That like I was
but I
reading
heard-
about like what it would do.
Yeah.
And like just the ash in the air would cover like most of America. And
Yeah,
just
and that's
drown
why
out
all the
sun.
plants would die. And, all that
And it would
kind
be
of
so
stuff.
bad because then my solar panels would stop working.
Oh, that sucks.
I mean, that would
By
be
the way-
hard.
By the way, my aunt and uncle have solar panels.
Oh, yeah.
But they're thinking about getting them redone, something along these lines. But we were talking about how in Florida, all these people have been left without power because of the massive hurricane.
Yeah.
And it came out that people who have solar panels are not able to use the power that
Yes.
we created because they're off the grid because
Well, no, they
because
turn the
power-
grid off.
Right.
Yeah.
They turned the grid off, and when they turn the grid off, you're not even allowed to use your power from your solar panels because that's why they have to have their own meter. That thing that Alex had to wait like weeks for to get.
Yeah.
You can't, if that's not running, you can't use your power.
Unless
you have a Tesla wall.
You have a Tesla Powerwall.
But that only lasts for so long, right?
Well, no. So if you have the Tesla Powerwall, it has an automatic brake switch, which basically means when so the reason why this happens is if the grid loses power.
Yeah.
And you're sending excess energy from your solar panels back to the grid.
Right.
It can hurt the electricians that are trying to fix the grid because they expect there to be no power.
Right.
But all these things are just sort of throwing power randomly off of their solar panels back into the grid. So that's why when the power from the grid gets cut off, essentially you're cut from using any of the power of the solar panels. Basically, the electricity in your house is shut.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even if you're generating electricity because they cannot take it down the grid, right?
Right. But if you
what the Powerwall does is it physically breaks the connection between you and the grid.
Oh.
When it senses the grid has lost power, it cuts its connection to the grid.
So the solar
which
panels
allows
can still
you
charge
to be
the Powerwall.
as if you you can still use the solar energy through the Powerwall.
Right.
Into so if the Powerwall is fully charged, it sends the energy to your house.
Right. So say the Powerwall runs out of energy.
Well, but
can the solar panels still charge the Powerwall?
Good question.
Well, so you're sort of asking the question in reverse, which is if the sun is out, the power and the Powerwall is full, the energy made by the solar panel is powering your house.
Oh,
the Powerwall only starts getting drained when the solar power isn't enough to power your house.
Right.
Then the solar panel, then the battery is drained, and then in the morning when the sun comes back out, and you start generating more solar power, excess is put back into the battery.
But so if the Powerwall cuts the connection to the grid,
when you lose power, correct?
Your solar panels can still charge the house.
You can use the energy
because what I was
the house.
reading is that was not possible for people in Florida. For whatever reason, people with solar panels could not have power because the grid was down.
I mean, if they have a Tesla Powerwall, that's specifically what it does.
So if they don't have a Tesla Powerwall,
they cannot use it.
Because there's nothing cutting that solar panel. Got it. Okay, I see.
So essentially, without the Tesla Powerwall, which is most people probably.
Yes. Okay, that makes sense.
When the power goes out, you can't use your solar panels.
Got it.
How long? Say you just lived off the one wall charge. Okay.
Yeah.
How long do you think you could last? Like, how long would that power your house for? Just doing usual Alex everyday stuff.
Yeah. So when we had it turned to the cycling thing, because we're trying to figure out what's better for us, whether it's to capture it and drain it or to just send it on and get a credit, whatever. So this cycle, we're leaving it as just a backup.
Yeah.
So it's full 100% backup. But I turned it to the cycle thing for like 3 days.
Oh.
And we basically were finding that it was essentially taking until about midnight, a little bit after midnight, for the Powerwall to be drained fully.
Oh, okay.
So we were going from what was that? Probably 6 o'clock in the morning when the sun came out, 7 o'clock in the morning till midnight.
Okay.
We were covered with one Powerwall.
Got it.
Okay.
And the size of the grid. If I was to do it again, I would get a much bigger
Powerwall?
No, solar grid. I think they basically. I mean, the bottom line is they basically filled up our roof like as much.
Yeah.
They gave us as much as we could physically have on the roof. But I think if we ever do do a second story or anything on the house, I literally would design the roof of the house to just be the exact angle that is the perfect angle for solar based on
tiles.
Or we would just get the tiles as well,
Yeah.
But those are spendy.
All right, spendy.
They're
spendy.
They're so spendy.
Pricey.
So Tom, thank you for not exploding, which is very good.
Welcome. I try to.
Which is So here we got a couple emails about this story, which kind of dovetails to the Irma stuff.
Okay.
Hi team HHHHHH. My name is Jeff. Hi,
Jeff.
Allison.
Hi, Jeff.
Oh, that was
Sorry.
close. That was close.
Honestly, I sat there for a second because I felt like you read too many H's. H.
You were more
H.
concerned.
H.
Yeah.
You did.
I did. But that was for,
that was my-
hey, half hour happy hour here.
My brain went, that was 5 H's. And I was like, hi, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff. Been listening since podcast 1.
Yes.
Thank you for all the laughs and science.
You are welcome.
I saw this Tesla story related to Hurricane Irma in Florida. Nice thing Tesla did for folks.
Oh, good.
To give them extra miles to get the heck out of the way. Have a great day. Sent from my iPhone, Jeff. So I don't know if you guys heard this or not, but Tesla gave a boost to certain Tesla cars during the period of Irma's prep and so essentially the way that so going back to everything, Bucephalus your is
Tesla.
a 60 kilowatt hour car,
right? But you can get the upgrade.
But it has a 75 kilowatt battery in it.
Right.
I can pay. I think now it's down to $2,000. I can pay $2,000 and unlock that battery space.
Right.
Well, what Tesla did, without telling anybody, was everybody in Irma's path that owned a Tesla 60 woke up one morning, got in their car, and it was a 75.
Wow.
And they were like, what? And it said in the notes, we've temporarily increased your battery capacity to help you get out of the way of
That just gave me
Irma.
Chills. That's
right?
Awesome.
Yeah. So for a full month,
they
basically, for free, turned all the 60s into 75s for software that were like, be safe,
you guys,
Tesla.
I am convinced that Elon Musk
is
this alien being sent to like save our planet.
Like, how fucking cool is that?
So cool.
But also, they can do that.
Yeah.
Like these are the weirdest fucking cars because it's literally like the cars you can send updates and the car is now better.
Yeah.
Like it's a better car. I mean, I remember back in the day, I think it was like my Acura TSX, which was like one of my first cars with a navigation system.
Right.
Like 2 or 3 years into owning it, I was in for service and they were like, well, do you want to upgrade your maps in your navigation system? And I was like, sure. And they were like, well, it's $150. And it's a physical DVD that they shove in some like secret DVD thing under a chair.
Yeah.
Really?
And you're like, there has to be a better way to this.
Well, it's funny because I keep getting emails about my GTI saying I have to upgrade my nav system on it.
Yeah.
And if they want to charge X amount of money. I don't have a nav system in my GTI.
What?
I got the ones without the nav because I'm like, I don't use the car nav systems.
Yeah, because
I
guess
use
what?
my phone.
And you don't use the car nav systems because they suck compared to the phone.
Exactly.
I mean, that honestly...
but I was shocked when I was getting these emails mainly because I was like, what do you mean you would charge me that much money to upgrade my nav?
And by the way, it's a physical disc.
Yeah, that's
there
insane.
Somewhere in your car is a DVD drive that only exists to have that navigation information. The other thing that's so stupid to me is like, I mean, I get that there's like, they don't own the phone companies or they don't own the app stores or whatever the fuck, but every car that has a screen, you should be able to put fucking whatever app you want on it.
Yeah.
Because they're just not going to be as good.
Right.
Like, BMW is never going to make a navigation system better than Waze.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
Never. And to be honest, I kind of feel like neither's Tesla. Like the in-app navigation stuff, I don't use it unless I'm going on like a long trip and I want to see where the superchargers are, right?
Right.
But like, I would use that screen for Waze all the fucking time because I'm constantly... And then it's like, I have my fucking phone like propped up on the side so I can see the thing. That's not safe.
Nope,
you know what I
not at
mean?
all.
Like, but if I could just like have an app on the Tesla thing
it
that just
pushes
is like...
to the screen.
Yeah, because it's all there. You know what I mean? Or just fucking pay whatever Waze wants. Just give me Waze in my car. I mean, honestly, it's like, just I know you can do it. Just give me Waze.
Elon Musk, buy Waze.
Oh.
Yeah, well, Google owns it.
Buy Google.
Oh.
Yeah, buy Alphabet.
Oh my God! If Tesla and Google joined forces, like then
Jesus,
that's when singularity happens.
Yeah, that's the singularity we're hoping for.
Singularity.
It's a singularity. Holy shit!
Man, did we do it?
We did it, and
did it.
Before we leave,
okay.
So if ever we thought we would move to Australia, so I was watching House Hunters International last night because I'm old, and sober. So old, sober. It's like I was, on Friday night. It was like 10:45, and I'm watching House Hunters International in bed.
I love that show. By the way.
It was great. It's great. Guy moving from Hawaii to Australia.
Okay.
This place in Australia, whatever. Looks at this cool like ranch home. It's like gorgeous. It's sitting. I was like, oh, the vistas. so great.
Yeah.
And I was thinking to myself, and they go to the, they do 3 homes. They're in the 3rd home. And I'm like, in my mind, I was like, I mean, that would be really nice. But I had this moment where I was like, yeah, but then the fucking spiders and weird shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
As I'm thinking this,
Oh, no.
he walks down the corner and he's like, oh, hey, Ellie, come here. Look at this. You'll get a kick out of this. Cut to the biggest fucking spider I've ever seen.
No.
Is literally hanging out on the wall
No.
of this guy's house that he's... And then they bought that house.
No.
What the fuck?
Why?
No.
Maybe
I
they
was
thought
like...
that was good luck?
Yeah, the whole time I was like, well, I know they're not buying that house.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking like softball-sized fucking huntsman spider.
M. Night Shyamalan twist. They buy that house.
I literally was like,
No.
turn off.
This is the twist.
Going to bed.
The spider bought the house.
Yeah, the spider's like, good day, folks.
Yeah.
Come on in.
Oh, man. All right, everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for listening. You can email us at halfhourhappyhourfans@gmail.com. Please follow us on Twitter, Half Hour.
Hop hour,
Wait. Half Hour. What's our Twitter account? Half Hour Happy HR. That's it, right?
Yeah, that
Half
feels
Hour
right.
Happy HR. Subscribe to us on iTunes, Twitter.
No.
don't subscribe to us on
No, it's
Twitter.
halfhourhappyhourfans@gmail.com.
No, the Twitter account.
Oh,
Alex.
sorry, I missed what you were talking about. Go on.
Oh my gosh, we're a disaster. Subscribe to us
Help
on
us.
iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher. That's the other one. Not Twitter, Stitcher. Ah, Lord, we just need to end this. That is it for this episode of the Half Hour Happy Hour with Allison and Alex. I'm Alison Haislip.
And I'm Alex Albrecht, and coming to us live via satellite is the man about to explode, Tom Supervolcano Krajewski.
Don't explode.
Bye, guys.
Now leaving Nerdist.com.